episode of a mobile home makeover. Spring arrives, and so do the mosquitoes. So we knit in the porch and begin to plant in the garden. But first, let's start with a little cat slow motion. Really just get the energy up here. I don't want to hear anything about that. Well, the fruit trees decided yesterday was the day to bloom. We're a little late getting everything going. Potatoes, other bacon in the sun. Veggies, sunflowers started. Another load of dirt for the raised beds. Purple lilacs are blooming. Day. Now that you can see the blossoms, Deb had me go a little bit harder pruning back these trees. This big pile of debris, too late for chipper day. This one's basically a Q-tip now. Got the beds ready. At the local radio station. Plants are moving outside. Our living room got less crowded, but the porch got a little bit more crowded. And then here's Laura's. It's so open. I need to lower this guy. Wildflowers are starting. All of a sudden, everything is green again. Town is lovely. Feels helped out. Deb's off for the free 5K. Like much else around here, the 5K race / walk is DIY, not community yard sale. Maybe, I don't know. Model T had pretty good suspension. Yeah.
Do you work here? You don't work here.
Junkie, babe.
No, you look like everyone else in town.
It's already turning into a riot of color. Volunteering for the Evergreen. Are we a dead end or?
Nope.
Evergreen Trail Alliance. That's what I was trying to say.
Everybody's got the machine working.
Oh, cool.
Come right down here into this
Test bike. Trail maker. What are these sunflowers called? Arrow leaf? It's a tiny little cosmos.
Around that. Yeah, I think. The whole idea was.
I was able to borrow a bike, go for a slow test ride. It's been raining here for 2 or 3 days, and the creek is the highest I've ever seen it. There is peace. Mowing the lawn. Leaving a strip here for pollinators and also just for see what the boundary of our yard looks like with a little height to it. Up the lot where the one-man tornado was. That rhubarb. It's going to go into a rhubarb. It's bike tune-up day. Thank you, YouTube, for showing me how to do the trailer. And more volunteering with the Evergreen.
This would be
Mountain
my old
Alliance.
man if I tried to do this one right here.
You get a nice landing, then you're.
And more kittens. I've got some lovely potatoes ready to plant in the truck. This is where the potatoes are going to go. I'm going to shovel some of this. They're in there. I might need to cut away some more of this box right here. Somebody has found a new shady spot to hide out in.
You see what it is?
I don't know.
I think we're standing a little.
I like what this house has done with its siding. It's got this kind of like plain panel with the battens on it. Planting has begun. And more planting. And more trail making. Full blossoms happened in the last few days, and this little tree in here, in the middle of all these other trees, that little tree makes such good apples. Here's a little bit of sightseeing. Some rapidly flowing water on the Spokane River. Dang.
Do you think if we just went in there, we'd all pretty much drown?
Lilacs are happening. Amy, what are you doing over there? Come on. So many different shades of lilac. And this is an elderberry. I guess this was actually planted last year. That's the new one to make this one flower so they both have fruit or whatever. This is a vigilia here with only pink flowers in the spring. This is an oak leaf hydrangea. We need to find a spot for this lilac. It's a dwarf lilac. With all the blooms, Deb made some lilac stuff.
Lilac syrup and lilac water essence. Or
Bill's coming for a walk this morning. We're continuing this border of roses here. That's some new. I need to fill this hole is misplacement. Move some of these rocks around. One of the projects I have in mind for today is screening the porch, but this presents a couple obstacles. First obstacle is up here where there's a gap. There's a gap between the roof. Another obstacle is here. Bill likes to sit on this railing and he likes to jump up from over there. And yet another obstacle lies down here where the skirting underneath the house is not exactly airtight nor mosquito proof, and therefore the deck is not mosquito proof. I've purchased a few components, some magnets I think might be useful in attaching the net to the roof. This is a big ass net that I bought. I don't remember how big, but hopefully big enough. It's very vacuum packed in here. And then this is a door. This keeps out mosquitoes. You know, fingers crossed. We could run the screen on the outside, and Bill would be able to walk around on the inside. Or we run it on the inside, and Bill will be able to walk around on the outside. I'm thinking run it on the inside just because it'll look nicer. Cut the net itself here. See how I do. Since we have a metal roof, I was able to use magnets to stick it up. Well, it turns out I'm a few magnets. I'll do it. I'll just cut this in half right here. And then move this, and then cut a little piece out of the bottom in order to get the gap over the door. Doesn't look like too much from here. I'm making a cut right up here to the best of my ability. I'm hoping that that gap there is enough to fill that gap there. My next move, I'm going to take this unfinished edge and use double-sided tape to make a hem. Just like any good DIYer, I'm changing the rules as I go along from doing a full seam to just doing the corners. It's kind of a pain in the neck to do a full seam, and a little unsightly too, so just the corners. The rest of your lilacs, babe. This may not be the best solution, might not be the right solution, but it's the best solution I got. Just to use some cardboard furring strips, basically to staple through and through the net as well. Here's the door. Now I still have this gap up here to deal with and closing this down here. So far it seems better at catching flies than anything else. I have the last piece ready to go up. That's going to go right up here. I had to steal it from over here where there's usually a bunch of junk, so keeping the kind of ragged edge boho look going. Over here I ran this furring strip over so I could support this bit up here. This is loose right here. If it's problematic, we'll just put some tape here or something. Well, that got a little rough looking. Maybe I need to put some Christmas lights up here or something to hide all that. We're sealed in. Now we just have to wait. There's definitely some gaps. I need some more magnets. Yeah. That is a mosquito on the outside. And of course, some flies on the inside. Only after stapling everything in did I find the package of thumbtacks that were included. Whoops. Bill's not too sure about this new situation. He's gonna destroy these screens in a hurry. Oh, Bill, right out here, bud. Look, just go out there. Came down there. It's amazingly open in here. I'm in like this little total valley. Gnome pulpit right here. That's 2 layers. It's pretty good privacy. Or the screens seem to be mostly effective. Privacy screen is doing pretty good for privacy. I had to do 2 layers. Emmy, can you go out the door? Dogs are having some issues. Cats are having some issues, but Emmy's able to go in. Emmy, come on, through.
This is cool, man.
Bill is adapting. He got in and up to eat his breakfast. It's a new moon tonight, so we're going to plant what we've got. A lot of our seeds didn't really take, but we'll see what happens. I think the mosquito netting is working.
Yeah.
Put in these 2 new roses. We kind of messed up this line of rocks right here. So I'm just going to kind of extend it out to here and a little bit that way maybe. 2 more to go. There it is. That's a little funky where it leads into here, but I didn't want it to come any further out this way because I felt like that would be even funkier. So I had this for 21 years in a pot. Rescued it off of a deck that I was remodeling with some friends. Goji berry. The goal is to eventually have like a line of fruiting stuff stretching out this way. And cantaloupes, squashes, raspberries, zucchini. I think maybe more cantaloupes. I don't know. Creek water is clearing up a smidge, still running very quick. I'd love it if we were able to get our garden to look like this, or our yard. Emmy's got it figured out, but Wallace is still working on the door. Jim has sent hollyhock seeds. And nasturtium seeds. Why not, babe?
Because it's near a place that. It's too bad that Ricky.
Alright, that was a goner yesterday. It's doing alright. Oh, our blueberry's doing good. Bit of rain. Crazy rain. Everything's coming down off the roof and headed here. I need to dig a French drain right there. Well, it's 5 minutes later and that's pretty much drained, so at least that's good news. Kittens sure are cute, huh? Remember to like and subscribe, and see you next time.